Hey guys, so as we kick off the heart of Leo season, the month of August, I want to use this video to talk about how my portfolio did for the month of July. So we're going to go over if I made or lost any money for the month, how that puts me at year to date, all time, how I look on dividends as far as what I made and how that compares to the past, what my potential could be for the next 15 years or so, and what my outlook is for the month of August. And of course, before we get started, make sure you guys leave a comment below. Let me know, how did your portfolio perform for the month of July? Hopefully you made a decent amount of money and hopefully you made a decent amount of dividends as well. And this video should come out a few days after my birthday, August 8th. So if you haven't said happy birthday yet and you want to, I'd appreciate that. The month of July was actually a pretty good month. My portfolio went up about 4%, or I made a little over $700. That put me at a year to date of 8.3%, or a little over $1,400. And at all time, I'm at 54%, or a little over $6,000 since I started investing back in May of 2019. Again, it's always cool to be over that 50 percentile. That means half of what I've actually deposited, which is about $11,000, has been unrealized profit. So hopefully I can continue that trajectory and maybe by some miracle in the next 6 to 12 years, I can double what I've deposited. But to get to that, I have to make sure I make the right decisions, which comes in the hands of making sure I make the best buys I can and the best sells when I need to. Speaking of transactions, I did make one sell. I sold my entire position of HP, which was a little under 3.5 shares at a total of $86.10. I took a little bit of a profit, a couple of dollars, and that was actually one of the reasons why I sold that position. I've been holding on to it for some years now. It's one of the oldest positions I've had in this portfolio, and I haven't made much from it. Dividends have been consistent, but still. On top of that, I hadn't really been depositing funds into it to give me any opportunity for more growth or for more passive income. So I felt like this was a position that I had to go. But I used that money along with the $30 a week I've been investing to actually buy more positions. For starters, I bought a little over 1.7 shares of Nike at $126.48. Then I bought a really small position of Costco at $34.72, followed by another half share of Nike at $38.55. Then I bought some Hershey at 0.19 shares at $34.59. And then finally, another small position of Costco at $32.12. Nike's a position I feel like is slightly recovering, even though I'm currently at a loss, because when I first started investing into it, it was at what I didn't know was a high, but I believe in this company for the long term. So that's why I'm lowering my dollar cost average and increasing the dividends that I make. I first started investing into Hershey just because I felt like it was only at such a low because of the price of cocoa, and now it seems like the demand for cocoa has jumped, so the price of it has gone up, and that has started to affect Hershey in the past week or so. So I'm starting to invest more into that. And Costco is just a position that I really believe in. It's a big family store, it's a grocery store, it's essential. So I want to continue to investing in that for the long-term profit opportunities, and I really want to take advantage of those special dividends that they seem to do every few years or so. Not often, but I want to be there when it happens. Speaking of dividends, I received 14 dividend checks for the month of July, and these are the companies that paid me. First, we have Coca-Cola that paid me $1.74, followed by Nike that paid me the same amount. HP gave me my last check at 99 cents. Nvidia paid me a quarter. Altria paid me $2.36. BG Properties paid me $3.74. Best Buy with $2.45. Stack Industrial with 73 cents. Main Street Capital with $1.57. Realty Income paid me $3.86, which was my highest check for the month of July. Disney paid me $1.07. SPHD paid me $1.05, followed by QYOD that paid me $2.70. And to round out the month of July, Rhythm paid me $2.45. Those 14 checks put me at a grand total for the month of July of $26.70, which puts me at a running 2025 total of $228.51. And my running average so far is $32.64. And those are really great numbers. And one thing I really like to do is compare those numbers to the same period of time last year. That's one of the motivational tactics that I have, being someone that doesn't invest a lot of money, only invest $30 a week. So I like to look back. On a month to month, I was paid 34 cents more this July than last July. Not a lot, but still great. The first 7 months of this year has actually paid me $47.38 more than the first 7 months of last year. And so far, my running average is $5.03 more than last year. That's really awesome. Despite how much I'm investing, I'm still showing that I'm at an upwards trajectory. And That's the most important thing. What's also important for me, at least, is my other motivational tactic, which is seeing what my portfolio could potentially be, keyword potentially, over the next 5, 10 to 15 years. So assuming my portfolio continues to grow at about an 8% pace, my dividend growth is a little over 5% according to Track Your Dividends, and I continue to invest $1,560 per year, this is what my portfolio could turn out to be. Within the first 5 years, my portfolio would start paying me $542 per year in dividends, and my portfolio balance could be a little over $28,000. 10 years from now, my portfolio could start paying me $780 per year in dividends, and the portfolio balance could be almost $45,000. And in 15 years from now, my portfolio could start paying me $1,112 per year in dividends, and my ending balance could be about $71,229. These numbers really make me excited to update every single month because, again, as someone that doesn't invest a lot, the first thing that I and you and maybe a lot of us may think and fear is that a small amount isn't going to make much of a difference in the long term. It may not make you a multi-millionaire, but it'll definitely make you more money than you would if you didn't do anything with it, which this proves. And if anything, you can take this balance and ideally pass it on to the next generation until it turns into that 7 to 9 figure deal one day. Last August, my portfolio paid me over $30. That was 1 in 5 times I was paid over $30 last year. So I'm really expecting the amount of dividends I make to hopefully be around the same amount, ideally a lot higher than that. Now, when it comes to profits, there might be some big changes I'm gonna make to my portfolio. I don't wanna talk about it yet, but there's a lot I'm thinking through right now, so we'll see. And once I make a decision, I would definitely keep you guys in the know. Otherwise, just as usual, I'm doing my best to learn what I can as a essentially rookie investor, trying to build a portfolio that consistently pays and increases their dividends and gives every dollar I invest the best opportunity to grow into some long-term profits. And speaking of dividends, if you haven't checked it out yet, I just created a new video on my Diamond Dividend series where I talk about Coca-Cola, which, fun fact, is the very first dividend stock I ever invested into. And I give you guys 5 reasons why, even with the smallest amount that you can invest every single week, why this is a company you definitely need to consider. So hopefully you guys check out that video. I appreciate you guys watching this video. And as always, take care.